Let's find some determinants.
Let's do.
This is like a special thing again, kind of like the inverse. It's a special thing that you use all the time when you're working with matrices.
Right.
And
they're kind of cool.
note, if the determinant of a matrix is 0, then the matrix does not have an inverse. That's
Right.
what we just had
found
happen.
that.
If it's a 2 by 2 matrix, then you are taking the diagonals and multiplying them together
Right.
with a subtraction sign in between. A times D minus B times C.
Right.
So it's pretty easy to do that. So 3 times 2 minus 4 times 1.
And when you find determinant, you're getting a single specific number.
Yes. So earlier I pointed out that there were really brackets around the matrix. When you see like straight lines, that is actually telling you to take the determinant of the matrix.
Right. So when you're doing your homework with matrices
If you
and
see
you
that-
write just straight lines like that, then you're telling us we're finding a determinant, which means that could be wrong if we're talking about a matrix.
Right.
So
be careful.
yeah.
Now, when it's a 3 by 3 matrix, we don't have a handy box. It gets complicated.
It can get complicated.
We use this thing called cofactors.
Yeah.
And so what you do is you
It's like that Facebook status. It's complicated.
Yeah, I guess so. You pick a row.
Yes.
So if you have a row that has zeros, that's a good idea to pick one. So I'm going to pick this row.
Are we finding the determinant or finding an inverse?
We're finding the determinant.
Okay.
So I'm doing cofactors.
Oh, cofactors. Okay.
So you put
I
the
was
first
thinking of another
element,
plan for this.
-1. And so what you do is you think about what the matrix is that doesn't include the row or the column
Right.
that has that.
So you're actually going to work with the matrix 2, -1, -1, 3.
Exactly. I'm going to get rid of those or they'll get in the way. So 2, -1, -1, 3. Then you change the sign of whatever this is. So actually this should be a minus sign. So although it doesn't matter because it's 0. So minus 0 times, and then we'd eliminate those two
Right.
that go with 0. So 1, 2, -1, 3. And then you go back to an addition sign, which this is a +1, so that works out. And then we write the matrix that has those eliminated.
Which is going to be the 1, 2, 2, -1.
Right. And now what we do is we take the determinants of these matrices that we came up with, which we know is the diagonal subtracted. Right. So -1, this will be 2 times 3 minus -1 times -1.
The middle guy is going to all be 0
right,
because
it doesn't
0
matter what
times
this
anything.
is.
Yeah.
Right, so there will be like a +0 in the middle. And then here we have 1 times -1 plus 2 times 2. So 6 minus 1
Sorry about that.
is 5. Still don't need that 0. This is 1 times
-1.
-1 plus 4, which is 3. Right? -1 plus 4?
Yep.
3. And so that gives us -5 plus 3, which is -2.
Now, there's another way to find this determinant, Mrs. K. Steve. Did you know?
I did know, and that's normally the way that I teach it, but this is
That's
shorter.
pretty fun, though.
That's shorter,
the
especially if you
cofactors.
have zeros. But
Yeah, if you have a 0, for sure.
So the other way to do it is you I rewrite the first two columns.
That's what I do.
Okay.
It's like we have genius minds that are linked.
Right, and then you take the diagonals going. Do I have a highlighter option?
You know, try it out and see what it does. Chisel top, marker.
Let's try this.
Take the ones going that way. Oh, yes. Look at you.
You take these diagonals and you multiply them together. So you would do 1 times -1 times 1 plus 2 times 3 times -1 plus -1 times 2 times 0.
Oh, we love zeros.
Then you're going to subtract the ones going the other direction.
The other direction. So all of that minus the next row here. Who knew we had a
Highlighter?
Who knew all this time we had a highlighter?
I think this is the main time that it's helpful. -1, -1, -1 plus
0, 3,
0,
1,
3, 1 plus
1, 2, 2.
1, 2.
And again, anytime you have a 0 in that matrix, finding the determinant just gets a lot easier because those things go away. But you're going to end up with the same thing. So
So this is -7 minus, this is
-1
That's
plus 4.
4, so that's 3.
-7 minus 3. Did you do your math right on top?
I don't know.
-6. Did you do your math right on bottom?
That's a great question.
Because that says -10, and the bottom says -2. So do we have an oops?
Probably.
Okay, so we're going to pause this and figure out where we have an oops, and we'll come back to you in just 1 second.
You guys probably knew this the whole time. I didn't subtract here. I did 1 times -1, and I had a plus sign, but it's -2 times 2. So that should be -1 minus 4, which,
It's -5.
yeah, which is -5, which gives us -10.
There we
go. Now we match. So pick which way you like better.
Yeah, and they're both pros and cons both ways, just whatever way you
Absolutely.
feel most comfortable.
Absolutely.